Well, hello and welcome once again. I'm Martin Castillo from Smartline Personal Mortgage Advisors, and today we're going to talk about the difference between principal and interest repayments, P&I, and interest-only repayments, IO. So P&I versus IO. Generally speaking, personal debts like our own home loans, our own car loans, our own credit cards, etc., we should, round way of saying it, be paying off P&I, principal and interest. We want the principal to come down. We have to pay the lender interest, that's how the lender profits, but we also have to pay P, principal and interest, so the balance comes down and eventually we pay the loan off. On the reverse of that, if we've got personal debt and investment debt, we should potentially be paying interest only on these investment debt while we have personal debt. Let's see what the difference is. The difference is in the repayment amount. And I'm going to show you some numbers. We're going to talk around numbers as always to demonstrate. And I'm going to use easy numbers. So this is the thing. You have P&I versus interest only. Now, we have a loan of, say, $400,000. And loans generally we offer our clients the longest possible term, and we discuss it. It's deal by deal, and in some cases we ask for a shorter term. If it's a personal debt like a car purchase that they want to pay off quickly, we might offer them write it up over a shorter term. Generally speaking, for homes, for property, we ask for 30-year terms. So the loan is $400,000, 30-year term. I'm going to use a 5% interest rate just for the example. And $400,000 over 30 years at 5%, I have to look at my list next to me, is $2,147. 2147 P&I. 2147 is your minimum repayment per month over 30 years at 5%, assuming that 5% rate doesn't change. If this was an investment loan, however, you would probably be making interest-only repayments because you don't want to pay anything off this while you've got the personal home loan debt, remember? Or personal car loans or personal credit card debt, non-tax deductible debt. So if you were making interest-only repayments on that, the difference is 1667. So the difference between a P&I repayment and an interest-only repayment is 1667. The difference between those two numbers is $480. So that $480 is actually principal that's in this first repayment that that was included in that repayment. In other words, that month, if you paid $2,147, you paid $480 off this loan. And that's why loans start off very slowly when you first start to pay them. The amortization curve is very gradual because that first repayment, even though you're paying $2,000, only $480 of it is principal in that P&I repayment. Now this makes quite a difference if that's an investment property and you have several of them, 3, 4, 5 properties. Some of our clients have more than that. Clients of ours have over 20 properties. So you have 20 of these loans and you have 20 lots of this kind of extra money, additional money that you don't have to be paying because you could choose to pay interest only. Those amounts certainly add up, and this is why people after 3 or 4 properties, if they've got their home and 1 or 2 investment properties or more, then they run out of money. They run out of, not money, they run out of borrowing capacity because all these monies add up, right? If the rent doesn't cover all your repayments. So I hope this gives you an indication of the difference between P&I and interest only. The difference is the P&I repayment includes quite a bit of principal, a little bit at first, and then it gradually increases, as opposed to just making a pure interest only repayment. The downside of paying interest only, of course, is that the next month you still owe $400, the following month you still owe $400, and a year and a half and 10 years later you still owe $400. Because you haven't been paying those small amounts of principal off each repayment. It's very important with these deals that you speak with your financial advisor, like your accountant, and we'll certainly give you our guidance, our experience as to what may suit you for your purposes. I hope that's helpful. At the end of this video, you'll see our contact details. Feel welcome to contact us via that. Have a lovely day.